Today the story I'm going to tell is titled Atheist versus God. It's actually a day in my life. As most of you know, I work in a self-help group, which is actually a volunteer welfare organization, where I come to meet many people every day. I meet the well-to-do, not so well-to-do, students, parents, community leaders, politicians, a lot of people. So there was this one fine day where I went to office. I received a call from my front desk because I was the only one in office, so none of my officers were there to pick up the call. They diverted it to me, the manager of the division. So I went down. There was this mother with 6 children, and these 6 children are school-going children. She still has got another 2 children who are not going to school back at home. So she wanted to register these 6 children for our STEP tuition program, that we run. But the thing is, she cannot pay the fees. And she doesn't know what the documents are required of her to submit for fee subsidy. Basically, we know when we want a social assistance in Singapore, we need to provide our NRIC documents, our income tax, or utility bills, etc., etc. The thing is, when I asked this parent, can you give me your IC? She doesn't know what is an IC. I asked her, do you have a pink card or a blue card? Then she takes out her bus card and shows me a EZ-Link card. So it's very difficult to communicate what we wanted. And though Sinda Self-Help Group is a private organization, we are still succumbed to the government laws and regulations. Without documentation evidence, we cannot proceed with the case. So we have to do a lot of scaffolding to find out all the details and stuff. To even extract her IC number, because the situation is so complex that I asked her for a name. For example, she said, my name is Nara, but in the system, we cannot find her name in the government system, because she's known to some FSC and stuff. We cannot find her name, because she has got another name, which is her registered name. This is actually her nickname, which they follow through their life. And when I ask her for her utility bills and stuff as supporting evidence, she is asking which house's utility bill, because in 1 year she has actually changed 12 houses because she's staying in a rental flat, she couldn't pay the rent, so she moved out. So a lot of issues. And the thing is, while I'm trying to sort this document thing with her, I totally forgot that 6 children are just sitting outside waiting for a go-ahead to go into the tuition program. So after about an hour's struggle, we gathered some basic documents which is sufficient to process her application. So what we did was, we actually processed her application, got the children into the program, gave them an interim subsidy. So when she left the center, she actually said, "You are my God, you are my God." And we were like, it made my day. That is in the morning. At night, I went to one of my tuition centers for a visit. There, my center principal had an issue with a parent. So, me being the officer in charge, I go down to see what is the problem. The parent says that he wants his daughter to wear tudung for the tuition program. But the thing is, the school system, being a secular system, doesn't allow any religious headgears except for the Sikh turban. So when we tried to explain this to the parent conceived us as a racist and atheist and stuff, and he just pulled the child out of the class and went out of the center. He said, "I'm never going to come back to this center," and he just cursed us and went off. This was in the night. So the thing is, what I realized from this is, the morning someone conceived me as a god. At night, someone conceived me as an atheist, racist, a demon, a devil, whatever you call. So I just resonate with, why was this so? If you reflect upon it, you'll realize that it's actually the priorities which they had in place. The first parent who I met in the morning didn't know anything about the things they have. Didn't know whether she's a pink IC, blue IC. Basically, I educated her of her citizenship. It was that. But then her focus was, my children need education, you help me. That's it. Whereas the parent who I met in the evening, his priority was more of his identity. It was not more of the child's education. Whereas he was a well-to-do, they paid the fees, everything, but no. So when their priorities didn't resonate with the system and we couldn't accommodate to it, we become either their God or an atheist. So we become either their friends or foes. So that's the story of me being a